Today we will study chapter 4, carbon and its compounds. So in order to know about carbon and its compounds, first of all we should know the occurrence of the compound carbon. Carbon is found in the atmosphere, inside the earth crust, and in all living organisms. Carbon is present in fuels like wood, coal, charcoal, coke, petroleum, natural gas, biogas, marsh gas, etc. Carbon is present in compounds like carbonates, hydrogen, carbonates, etc. Carbon is found in the free state as diamond, graphite, and fullerenes, etc. Now we will study bonding in carbon. We will study covalent bond because carbon atom form covalent bond. As you know students, carbon is having atomic number of 6 and its configuration is 2 4. 2 electrons in the K shell and 4 electrons in the L shell. It's not possible to lose the 4 electrons. It's not possible to gain 4 more electrons in order to complete the tetra covalency. So carbon will go for sharing of its 4 electrons. It will share 4 electrons with 4 other atoms or 4 bonds will be formed. So its valency is 4 and it is tetracovalent. Now formation of covalent bonds we will study. Covalent bond is chemical bond which is formed by the sharing of electrons between atoms. The sharing of one pair of electrons result in the formation of single bond. Sharing of two pair of electrons results in the formation of double bond, while sharing of 3 electrons results in the formation of triple bond. So we will do the examples of all the 3 types of single bond, double bond and triple bond one by one. First of all, let's do the formation of single covalent bond by taking the example of hydrogen molecule. You know students, hydrogen is having atomic number 1 and its configuration is 1 electron in the K shell. Because it is having single electron, so that is the valence electron also. It need one more electron to attain stability. So, two hydrogen atoms share one pair of electrons, resulting in the formation of single covalent bond. You can see in this picture, hydrogen, one small cross is represented. It means a electron, single electron of hydrogen. When two hydrogen atoms combine with single electron, what happens? Sharing of the two electrons by both the two combining atom and a single bond formation will take place and hence H2 will be formed. Now formation of double bond by taking the example of oxygen. Oxygen is having atomic number 8 and the configuration is 2 6. 2 in the K shell, 6 in the L shell. It has 6 valence electrons. In order to complete its octet, in order to acquire stability, oxygen requires 2 more electrons. So it means it can share 2 of its electrons. Both the two combining oxygen atoms will share 2 electrons each and will form double bond. As you can see in the picture, now O double bond O or O2 molecule is formed this way. In this structure, you can see octet of the first oxygen atom with 8 electrons and octet of the second oxygen atom with 8 electrons is complete. Now the next example is of triple bond by taking N2 molecule. Nitrogen is having atomic number 7. So its configuration will be 2 5. In the valence shell it is having 5 electrons. In order to attain stability, it need to share 3 electrons. Both the two combining nitrogen atoms will share 3 electrons and will form N triple bond N. This way N2 molecule is formed. Now there are some more examples. H2 molecule, as I have already told you. The next example is F2, fluorine molecule. Fluorine molecule is formed by combining two fluorine atoms. Fluorine is having atomic number 9, so configuration will be 2 7. In the outermost shell there are 7 electrons, so it need to share one more. Both the two combining fluorine atoms will share one electron and will form F2 molecule. Some other examples are carbon dioxide, where oxygen is having 6 electrons in the outermost shell and carbon is having 4. Two oxygen atoms will combine with carbon by double bond. And next molecule is CF4, carbon tetrafluoride. This will be formed by sharing of 4 electron by carbon with 4 fluorine atoms. Now electron dot structure. If we want to see the dot structure of the molecule methane, methane is having formula CH4. CH4, in CH4 the carbon atom will share its 4 electron with 4 hydrogen atoms. In this diagram, the crosses are representing the electrons of carbon atom and the dots are representing the electrons of hydrogen. So this way octet of carbon is complete and duplet of each hydrogen atom is also complete. So methane molecule is formed. Now let's talk about the another molecule, ethane, having formula C2H6. In ethane molecule, each carbon will share its 3 electrons with 3 hydrogen atom and one carbon-carbon single bond will be formed. This way ethane molecule is formed. I hope it's clear to all of you. This way the bond of methane is also shown here and the chemical bond in ethane molecule is also shown. So we'll get this picture. Now formation of a very large number of carbon compounds. Why do carbon form so many compounds? Carbon form a very large number of compounds. It is more than number of compound formed by any other element. Now what is the reason behind? This is because carbon is an atom that can form bond with other carbon atom and it can form long chain. It can form long chain. It may also form branch chain or close ring. This property of carbon is known as catenation. So due to its catenation property, carbon form lot of compounds. And the second thing is that since the valency of carbon is 4, it can form 4 bonds with other carbon atoms or with atom of any other element. Any other element may be hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, halogen, etc. So, due to its tendency to form 4 more bonds, it can form straight chain compound. Like the first example, it can form branch chain compound as is shown in the second example, or it may form ring chain compound as is shown in the third example. So it can form long chain, branch chain or close ring due to its tetracovalency. Now let's talk about hydrocarbons. As the name suggests, hydrocarbons means compounds of carbon made up of carbon and hydrogen atoms. So that is hydrocarbons. Now hydrocarbons are saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are those that are having single covalent bond, carbon-carbon single covalent bond. For example, alkanes. Alkanes have all single covalent bonds between the various carbon atoms and their names end with the suffix "ane". These are saturated hydrocarbon. For example, methane having formula CH4. You can see the structure of methane wherein we have made carbon in the center and it is attached to 4 hydrogen atoms with joined together with single bond. Another example that we can quote for alkanes is ethane having formula C2H6 where each carbon atom is joined with 3 hydrogen and a carbon-carbon single bond. So these were saturated hydrocarbons. Now what are unsaturated hydrocarbons? Unsaturated hydrocarbons are having at least one carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond. So we will study alkenes and alkynes. Alkynes are compounds that have a double covalent bond between two carbon atoms and their names end with "ene". For example, C2H4, it is ethene, ene. C3H6, propene. You can see the structure of ethene. There is carbon-carbon double bond. In propene, carbon-carbon double bond. So all those compounds that are having carbon-carbon double bond are known as alkenes. And what are alkynes? Where there is carbon-carbon triple bond. For example, ethyne having formula C2H2, C triple bond C. In C3H4 also you can see there is one carbon-carbon triple bond. So that's why these are known as alkynes. Both alkynes and alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now let us move on to next topic, isomerism. What is isomerism and what are isomers? Compounds of carbon having same molecular formula but different structural formulas are known as isomers, and this property of carbon is known as isomerism. For example, butane having formula C4H10 has two isomers. They are normal butane, as you can look at the picture, with 4 carbon atoms and 10 hydrogen. Its structure is shown. And the second one is isobutane. In isobutane, 3 carbon atoms are attached to each other in a straight chain and the fourth one is branched. Another example of isomerism is with the formula C5H12. The compound name is pentane. Pentane can form 3 isomers, and the 3 isomers of pentanes are normal pentane, isopentane and neopentane. Now if we talk about the first one, the normal pentane will have straight chain of 5 carbons. Pentane means 5 carbon straight chain. They will be linked to each other in a straight chain joined together with single carbon-carbon single bond. While in isopentane, one of the carbon atom will go branching. See, you can see in this diagram at second position there is branching. Branching is done with one carbon. And in neopentane, 2 carbon atoms you can see are branched. At second position, 2 carbon atoms are attached. So this is an example of neopentane. So these are the examples of isomers. Now homologous series. What do you mean by homologous series? Homologous series is a group of carbon compounds having similar structure, similar chemical properties and whose successive members differ by a CH2 group. Examples are alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Alkanes, students, alkanes are having general formula CnH2n plus 2. Their names end with "ane", where n is the number of carbon atom. For example, if the n value is 1, then the first member will have formula CH4. If n value is 2, second member will have formula C2H6. If n value is 3, by filling in the formula CnH2n plus 2, C3H3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. Propane will have formula C3H8. Butane will have C4H10. Pentane will have C5H12, and so on. You can make for hexane, means with carbon 6, and all the compounds, all the members of alkanes formula you can derive by applying the general formula CnH2n plus 2. Let us see the diagram of methane. We can make carbon atom in the center, which is attached to 4 hydrogen atoms. Ethane structure, propane structure, as you can look at the pictures. In ethane there are 2 carbons and 6 hydrogen. In propane there are 3 carbons attached to single carbon single bond and 8 hydrogen atoms. So that was about the alkanes. Let's now talk about alkenes. Alkenes, as I already told you, that they end with the suffix "e", and alkenes are having general formula CnH2n, where again n is the number of carbon atom. If we take the n value equals to 1, the first member with n equals to 1 does not exist. The reason behind is that alkenes should have at least one carbon-carbon double bond. So the first member will be with 2 carbon atoms with n value 2. If we fill the value of n equals to 2, then we'll get the formula C2H4, and the name of the compound is ethene. With 3 carbons C3H6 propene, 4 carbons C4H8 butene, 5 carbons C5H10, and the name of the compound is pentene, and so on. You can take the value equals to n value equals to 6 and 7 and so on, and you can construct the whole homologous series of the compound alkene. Now let us look at the structure of ethene. As you can see, students, there is carbon double bond carbon and 2 hydrogens attached to each carbon atom. Propene structure, you can see in the structure of propene, the formula is C3H6. So first carbon is having 2 hydrogens, then second carbon is having 1 hydrogen, third hydrogen. In butene, there are C4, 4 carbon atoms, where first and second carbon are attached to each other by a double bond. So first carbon, in order to complete tetracovalency, will have 2 hydrogens, second will have 1, third will have 2, and the fourth one will have 3 hydrogen atoms. Now moving on to the next topic, alkynes. Alkynes are having general formula CnH2n minus 2. In alkynes also, with first member with n equals to 1 does not exist, because there also at least one carbon-carbon triple bond should be there. So first member will be with n value equal to 2. If we fill the value of n equals to 2, we'll get the first formula C2H2, which is ethyne. With n equals to 3, C3H4 propyne. With n equal to 4, C4H6, which is butane. So let us try to see the formulas. First formula C2H2, here C triple bond C and attached to 1 hydrogen. Second formula propyne, C triple bond C, single bond C. The first carbon is attached to 1 hydrogen, second carbon is attached to no more hydrogens, and the third carbon is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms. In the butane formula you can see carbon triple bond carbon, single bond carbon, single bond carbon. And first carbon is attached to 1 hydrogen, second with no hydrogen, third with 2 hydrogen, and the fourth one with 3 hydrogen atoms. So this way alkynes are formed. I hope you understand the homologous series of alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. With this we finish with our chapter carbon and its compounds. Thank you.